Hello. So this activity is to make an old treasure map style looking map of your Emotion Island. Now we talked about Emotion Island in the first of the activities in this sequence. If you didn't do that activity, it's maybe a good idea to go and have a look what we did, because one of the things you will need is your list of features that you wrote of things you would like to have on your Emotion Island. If you don't want to do activity one, the most important thing is that you come up with some ideas for features that go on an island that are all linked to an emotion. So I've got Fear Mountain, Happy Cove, Anger Volcano, etc. So if you've got those to hand, that's great. Now it's a good idea for this activity to sit at a table somewhere where you can maybe make a little bit of mess, because we're going to be working with water and tea, so maybe somewhere that it doesn't matter if you spill a little bit. So other things we're going to need are a big piece of paper. The bigger the better really. You can go as small as A4, but obviously the smaller it goes, the more fiddly it's going to be to draw your map. So nice and big if you've got something nice and big. We're going to need a pencil, some marker pens or felt tip pens, some tea bags, and a cup of hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling water out of the kettle, but just warm out of the tap is fine. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a tea bag and dip it in our hot water until we can see it turning a bit brown. And this is going to help us make the map look kind of old and wrinkly. It doesn't matter if your paper's a bit scrunched as well, because that will just add to the old effect. And then we're just going to start squeezing the tea bag onto the paper like this to make it go kind of yellowy brown. After a while you might want to get a new tea bag, because the tea bag will start to lose its ability to turn the paper brown. Another effect that you can do is actually rip the tea bag open and splatter some of the tea onto the paper, and when it dries it will create kind of dark splotches. Okay, and the next step, which is very important, is leaving your paper until it's fully dry. So I'm going to leave that now, go and do something else, and come back to it in a bit. So once your paper is fully dry, you can add to the old effect by just tearing the edges roughly. And now you're ready to draw on your Emotion Island. So if you've got your sheets of paper from the first exercise, that's useful to remember some of the features you decided on. If you do have that photograph that you might have taken of your sheets of paper laid out on the floor, that might help you to remember where on the island your different features were. So we're going to start off by drawing in pencil, so you can rub out and redo things if you need to. And we'll just begin by drawing an island shape on your paper. Your island can be any shape you want, and then it's time to add in your features. And then once you've drawn your features on in a rough way in pencil, you can start to go over them with felt tip pens or marker pens. Think about the colours you're using as well and how well those colours go with the emotions that you've chosen. So I'm going to do my Fear Mountain in blue, and I think I might do my Anger Volcano in red, because I think red's quite an angry colour. And there we go. I've done mine very quickly, but please take as much time as you like drawing and colouring in and labelling the features on your emotion island, and add as many little details as you like from the descriptions that you did of the places on your island in the previous activity. If you want to progress to the next activity, we're going to be writing a story based in this island, so hopefully see you for that.